highly cerebral, even from the Jews, which again was together from Washington, and his successor, very wonderful, very creative politician, physician by background, and brought a lot of physicians' capacity for healing, not only to Ondo State, but to our entire landscape. That is typical of the state called Ondo State. They have some of the brightest people in the continent, not only in the country. What Ondo State is all about. Beyond those mineral resources, beyond the natural endowments of Ondo State, in terms of the beauty of the place and the oil and gas, I think its most important resource is the human capacity and the human beings there. And one can use Ondo State as a metaphor for Nigeria itself. The Nigerian ingenuity, when it is well channeled and better leadership, which I believe definitely, no matter how slow it's emerging, is coming in, not with speed, of course, many of us would like to see, but scholars would like to see. But the incremental ways of politicians, I think, will take us there. So at the end of the day, Nigeria will deliver not on the basis of oil and gas, not on the basis of the natural resources, but on the basis of its people. And what can move that metaphor again to what our people are doing here in the agenda? I've gotten some very glowing reports about the brilliance, the hard work, and the law-abiding nature of people here in diaspora. On behalf of President Goodluck Jonathan, the government and people of Nigeria, I want to salute all the Nigerians who are here, and I will encourage you to continue to be great ambassadors of our country by hard work, by being very good guests, responding to the way the hosts have treated you by acknowledging you, by also working closely with them to continue to sustain what I have called the Canadian brand. And in my report, so I've said what makes to me Canada very exciting is this is a country of extraordinary people. There are many countries with a lot of talented people, but that of Canada is unique. Because this is the second biggest real estate in the world, just 35 million people. And they play far above their weight. Name it. In terms of science, technology, in terms of policy, in terms of transparency, in terms of education, no country comes close to Canada. And so I see the possibility of these two Commonwealth countries, Canada and Nigeria, creating a synergy that will be mutually rewarding. High technology in Canada, low population, low technology in Nigeria, high population, a huge market. 170 million people, 100 million of whom are under 20. A real demographic dividend, which can also be a demographic disaster, if these young people do not have skills to create work and improve the value chain. And these days, the issue of security has become borderless. So it's in the interest of Canada to work closely with Nigeria to see that this large population really adds value to the global value chain. And there can be no better way of doing that through the what the Canadian educational system can offer. And I said this in one of the best institutions, not only in Canada, but in the world, the University of Virginia. So I feel humble and really very pleased to be part of this. I want to say that, quite frankly, when you talk about the Canadian brand, I mean, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that, putting it in those very simple terms, is the capacity to get stuff done. Is the capacity to get stuff done. Because too often you find pronouncement being made sometimes by scholars, sometimes by politicians, not only in my country but elsewhere. I will therefore, as part of the whole process of getting stuff done, I'm going to ask my brother, Dr. Adeola, that even when I was Minister of Foreign Affairs, I am very clear that our embassies should no longer be fortress embassies, in which people, whether they are career diplomats or they are politicians like me, feel that they are away on an extended vacation at the expense of the taxpayer. Our embassies must be the chief servants of the Nigerian people wherever they are. Their duty will be to, one, continue to increase our self-esteem as a people, light the candles rather than causing the darkness, because to believe in Nigeria is a choice. There's so much that you can look at Nigeria and you just give up. But I think that the future of Nigeria will be determined by those I want to call the poets of progress. I like the story about two people who woke up in the night, and one looked out there and said, "What a terrible night. It's so dark everywhere," and went back to bed grumbling. Maybe ended up with nightmares. Well, what he saw. Another one said, looked at the same night and said, "Oh, God is truly a poet and an artist. Look at the stars." Of course, you don't have stars in daytime. You have stars in the night. And when it is pitch dark, that's when you can see the brightest stars. The one who saw stars went and wrote about the beautiful night. It was a choice. I think Nigeria presents an opportunity for all the things that are wrong about Nigeria. There are also opportunities. One, for business people to solve those problems and make money. Two, by turning around those challenges, create an awesomely great country. And I am convinced that what will take us there is to continue to build institutions, and what will be the better platform for locating institutions that you build other than places like Graduate of Policy Studies. So coming back to the role of embassies, the mission in Canada is therefore the Ondo state government, like for any other state, to ensure that this great story we told here, let's have a memo on it, a template on it. We will go looking for investors for you, and at the right moment, we'll send for you to come and tie it up with the investors here for them now to make the physical movement to Ondo State. The traffic could either be, you come back and deal with the discussion we started with some potential investors, or together with the investors themselves, be encouraged by us to go there, to go to Ondo State. Because development of Ondo State is a development of Nigeria. The development of any part of Nigeria is a Nigerian development. I'm convinced that in those states that are quite secure and safe, like Ondo State, if we can move much faster to create accelerated development based on the kind of matrix which have been brilliantly indicated here this afternoon, even in parts of Nigeria that are having challenges, whether in terms of insurgency by people from the pit of hell, the development and prosperity elsewhere will be the best answer for the dysfunctionalities elsewhere. What is contagious is not only poverty. Prosperity is also contagious. So if we use Ondo as a model of development, because of great leadership there, you'll be amazed as to how much this will go around. I believe that this is the golden moment for Canada-Nigeria relations. Golden moment because never in the history of the two countries have there been such traffic at the highest level. 3 Canadian ministers have been to Nigeria within the first 4 months I came in. has been barely a year. Last month was 1 year. I presented my legal opinions. And then we have by all accounts, the largest trade delegation from Nigeria to any country, anywhere in the world. We get over 10 governors. The governor had assured me personally he was going to come, but I think the president asked him to go to South Africa. We had about over 10 governors, over 10 cabinet ministers, led by the vice president himself, and 270 Nigerians were here. About 120 Canadian companies were there. So Nigeria has the singular privilege of being the only African country with a binational commission with the most powerful region in the world, North America. And it covers security, it covers trade, it covers investment. Based on this binational commission, the traffic, Nigeria, and Canada have been very heavy. But as I said, go beyond trade and investment. Even on the issue of religious tolerance, Minister Bird got together based on selection of names, 15 Nigerian professors, psychiatrists, doctors, lawyers, scholars, and so on religious dialogue. Because the argument is this: if Nigeria, 170 million people, and population almost equally divided between Muslim and Christian, that could be a powerful template. Nigeria could be a powerful template for religious tolerance. I'll therefore conclude with part of the statement I made on during the Independence Day celebration, which was hosted in Ottawa, October 1. I said, Nigeria as a leading investment destination in Africa continues to attract increased Canadian interest. Yet we are not unmindful of the challenge posed to our nation by the local franchise of a global terror network of violent religious extremism. In our multi-ethnic and multi-faith society of nearly 170 million people, the two great historical traditions of Christianity and Islam have prospered and coexisted peacefully, and especially in the southwest, where our state is. You have families, half of them are Muslim, half are Christian. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who is from that part of the country, we start with Yoruba. The only sister he has is Muslim. And Olusegun Obasanjo is a Baptist-led preacher. The sister will come to the presidential chapel in Abuja and join in some of the church services. The only daughter I know I have, she's not even from my tribe, Igbo. She's Yoruba. Yewande, and both parents are Muslims. I guess if she continued living in Nigeria, she would well have been a Muslim. But she came out here in Chicago, where she trained business school, University of Chicago, and met this young boy from the eastern part of the country. I fell in love with each other. And she's a Christian. My son is a Christian, and they are married. They are part of the Islamic background of Yemenese parents who came to the church, and there are many other examples like that. So we are so bonded to each other. We celebrate during Christmas. The Muslims come for our Christian festival. During Ramadan, the same thing, we go over there.